Hey there YouTube, what's crapping in? This is Brian with Renegade Trucking, and yeah, just wanted to do kind of like a quick video. I just did an about me, sometime last week about why I was getting into trucking and all that kind of stuff, but I did kind of touch on, it ended up getting pretty long, like all my videos, but I wanted to touch a little bit more on what I wanted to do with the channel, and also, certainly open to any feedback of what people would want to see. So pretty much where I'm at right now, next week I'm going to be testing for and getting my CDL and some endorsements as well. So, I'll do videos on the studying for the endorsements and all that junk, and then also, about the CDL tests and, all of that, and actually going through the process of going to the tax collector and how all that stuff goes. I have some videos on that. But yeah, as far as like the future of the channel, so after that, I'm going to have probably about a week of downtime as I'm moving out of my place and before I start at Freymiller. And then I have to go back to my family and like giving my car to my sister, a few other things like that, seeing them before I end up going on the road and all that. So after that, the plan is obviously I'm going to, kind of like I did with Suncoast Trucking Academy, I'm planning on doing the same exact thing at Freymiller, provided that, and I don't see why they would, but I know some carriers are kind of, they shut people down on doing YouTube videos, so hopefully that doesn't happen. There's not really a lot of info out there about them, and I'd love to put some of that info, especially if they end up being as great as, is what I believe it to be. So certainly gonna cover, the orientation, how all that goes, what goes on, and then as well as my time on training, and from there, then the whole process of getting my own truck. Plan on doing, truck tour, all that kind of stuff, all of the equipment that we're set up on there, and then starting to do videos as I'm out on the road of either what it's like being a new driver out there, things that are helping me as far as tips and tricks, and then also a lot of other stuff that's just kind of, like about me, things that I know I'll be getting into that I'm going to have to find ways. There are some videos and stuff out there, but certainly, I bring like a nutritional focus. I'm going to definitely be focused on eating healthy and whatnot out there on the road, and because I'm very concerned with my health. Not that I have a health concern, but I mean, I'm concerned on remaining extremely healthy and active. And so I'm going to have whatever processes that I come up with in order to do that, and easy ways of cooking and eating healthy out on the road. Plan on doing some videos about that, as well as how you can maintain your fitness while you're out there on the road, whether it be going to different gyms. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. I'm a runner, and I'd like to continue running. So, I'm sure sometimes I'm going to be running laps around the truck stop, and hopefully other times I'll be able to go either head on in town or whatever to a, to a gym to run on a treadmill, or even just running out around the roads around the truck stop if there's safe enough areas, or maybe even some trails or whatever. So really excited to get into that and kind of cover that a little bit, and just ways to even when you're in a difficult area and there isn't a gym that you can get to, what you can still do as far as calisthenics, that kind of stuff. So I want to cover that. And then another huge thing that I'm really into is organization and efficiency. And so, obviously we're in a really tight space, and I've seen some videos about organizing your truck and whatnot, but one of the things that's really helped me in any time that I had an office environment or anything was using the David Allen Getting Things Done methodology. And so I'll be doing some videos implementing that into the truck as far as maintaining paperwork and just staying on top of things. Because the thing that I like about that is that you're creating a process so that I never have to think about my to-dos or anything like that. And I certainly notice it now that I've kind of gotten out of that as I'm moving and going through school and everything. My to-dos are just kind of like wild. I got to think about them. But when you have your process down and it's, you know that everything's being captured, your mind is free to focus on completely other things. You're not thinking about all your tasks to do. So I certainly want to do about, you know, how to organize the truck, keep everything like that, so everything's super easy to find, you know, all that. What type of things you even need to have on the truck or that I find are beneficial. And, you know, just kind of stuff like that. And then, you know, obviously tips about driving as I'm learning them. And anything that I find that works for me, I plan on sharing that. And, you know, probably even as I'm getting into getting a GPS and all that kind of stuff, probably end up doing, you know, any of the tools that I use, I'll be doing reviews on that, why I decided to go with, you know, whatever. And if I checked out multiple items, why, you know, one didn't work, why it may work better for you, that kind of stuff. So anyways, I would absolutely love, as you're watching this, if you have questions about trucking or anything that you think, you know, that I could answer, or, you know, about like Freymiller, since I'm planning on going there. Any questions that you have for someone who's a new trucker, maybe I'm, you know, a few months or maybe, you know, a year or so ahead of you in where I'm at, where you're at in the process, where I'm at in the process, or maybe, you know, you've been driving for 20 years and you just want to know the what the perspective of a new driver is, or someone who doesn't have the experience, maybe has a completely different point of view and comes up with a different solution. You know, if you want to know something like that, please, you know, leave it in the comments, and I respond to everything, and I'd certainly love to create a video about it. So planning on keeping all this stuff going. Eventually I'm also planning on, I'll probably end up, I'm more of a reader than YouTube watcher, so this has all been like really new to me as I'm getting into this. There's I find that there's a lot more content in video form and on YouTube than on websites. So I'm more of a reader, and I'm a website person. I'm more into, you know, surfing the web than I am watching videos or using social media or anything. So I also plan on doing a website component as well that'll have pretty much any of the videos that I come up with. I'll also be creating an article related to that, and I'll have that on that website. I haven't come up with that. RenegadeTrucking.com's already taken, so I don't, you know, I'll figure something out, but that'll be down the road. That'll be after I'm already on the truck and everything, probably after I'm done with training and once I get out solo. So anyways, that's something I plan on doing. But yeah, would love any comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that. Please, like I said, throw it in. We'll get that stuff done. And you know, that's pretty much what I'm planning on for the future of the channel. I do down the road eventually, if I, you know, I'm planning on sticking with trucking, and assuming that I do down the road, I certainly want to move into getting my own truck, and you know, provided that starts going well, building up into a fleet. I'm very business minded, and that's one of the long-term things that I would like to move into. So you know, I'll certainly have, if that's the route that I end up going, I'll certainly be creating videos on that. And you know, so I think it's pretty cool because I'm coming in here completely fresh, and just trying to document this entire process down the road so that other people can use it to learn either what worked well for me or learn from my mistakes on any of the mistakes that I'm going to end up making down the road. So again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and you know, I'll catch you on the flip side.